In this video, I'm sharing a very special project, something that took me months to complete. I'm talking about these Ghibli-themed Russian dolls. It started with me buying these blank dolls during a trip to Japan and being excited about having a unique piece for my son. Let me show you how I transformed them into some of my favorite characters from Studio Ghibli movies. It wasn't easy, but it was so fun. Hey everyone, this is Miwa and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I talk about my creative process, art experiments, and the intersection of art with personal growth and motherhood. If you're interested in learning how to develop your own creative voice, connect through art, and follow the journey of a working artist, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. So back in August 2022, I visited my parents in Japan, and during that trip, I came across these beautiful blank Russian dolls. Just plain wood, nothing on them. I knew I wanted to do something special with them, but I wasn't quite sure what yet. Once I got back to Munich and the weather warmed up in July of 2023, I decided it was time to start brainstorming ideas. At first, I couldn't decide between creating Frida Kahlo inspired dolls, since I really admire her art and personality, or turning these into Ghibli characters, which are super close to my heart and my son's. So I took it to Instagram. I asked my followers to vote on which theme I should go with. But basically, I ditched that and went with what I wanted, Ghibli. I started sketching ideas for the Ghibli characters. To be as accurate as possible, I traced the outline of each Russian doll and sketched within that shape. The goal was to capture the characters in the small, unique space each doll provided. Now I quickly realized that some characters, like Chihiro from Spirited Away, just didn't work well for this format. Her look was too plain, unfortunately, and I needed each character to stand out on its own. But some were non-negotiable, like Totoro, Ponyo, and the suit spirits, or they call Makuro Kurosuke, which my son absolutely loves. These three were definitely having to be painted. Aside from those, I decided to go with some of my personal favorites, like Kaonashi, No Face from Spirited Away, and Shishigami from Princess Mononoke, the deer god. I knew I wanted at least one strong female character, so I went with Princess Mononoke herself, though finding good references for her was really hard. As for the final doll, I reached out to a friend of mine who's a huge Ghibli fan and total Ghibli nerd. And he told me about a fan theory on the official Ghibli site that says Kodama, the little tree spirits from Princess Mononoke, eventually grew into Totoro. So that's how I decided to include Kodama as the smallest doll. Once I had all my characters chosen, I got to work. I prepared the dolls by applying transparent gesso, which allows gouache to stick properly to the face. I then sketched and painted each character, slowly bringing them to life. One of the hardest parts of this project was painting Princess Mononoke. There just weren't any good reference photo that perfectly fit that shape of the Russian doll, so I struggled with her design for months. I even took a break from the project for almost a year because of it. After returning from another trip to Japan in 2024 and feeling re-inspired, I painted a small micro canvas of Kaonashi. That finally gave me the motivation to finish the Russian doll project, and I completed it in May 2024. Once the paint was dry, I sealed the dolls with wax to protect them. I knew my son would want to play with them, so the wax would help preserve them from his sweaty little hands. And yes, he absolutely loves playing with them, but I do have to remind him to be gentle from time to time. This project took me around 20 hours to complete. It was such a fun and rewarding process, and I'm so happy with how they turned out. I'm still tempted to do a Frida Kahlo version in the future, so if you'd like to see that, let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more art-related content. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.